Got 3 scores into the wind tonight. After the Alexandria special teams gets a defensive recovery in Bemidji territory, it takes the Cardinals just 3 plays to go 19 yards. And Mac Height has his second scoring run of the night, this one from 7 yards out. Deep kick, and this one is going to actually be fielded and returned from the 2-yard line. And here's a good return, and it's going to get some major yardage here. And that actually flips the field a little bit. I don't know if that was Miles Gish or one of his teammates that was able to bring that ball back. And Bemidji will start outside its own 40-yard line.
It was actually Daniel Jackson in on that tackle.
Interesting. So 40-yard return there. That's probably the most kickoff return yardage that Alexandria has yielded this year. Again, a lot of times Daniel Jackson is kicking the ball into the end zone, so it ends up being a touchback. But the Jacks with some good field position here. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, 59 yards away from the Alexandria end zone. And here is a give off, and it will be a short gain. That will be Ephraim Boucher getting the carry there. And again, Bemidji continues to do a nice job running its fakes.
Right, we had guys running downfield tackling another runner, but we had them tackled earlier in the play. Jensen Martinson, one of the 2 tacklers in on that play.
So a pickup of 4 leaves Bemidji with a 2nd and 6 at the Jacks 45-yard line. And now we've got movement up front, and I think Bemidji may suffer a false start penalty here.
Yep, one of their left side of their line jumped.
Yeah, so that wipes out the modest gain moments ago and now creates a 2nd down and 11. 5 penalties now for Bemidji tonight. Alexandria has also been cited for 5 infractions. Alexandria 35, Bemidji no score. We are in the 3rd period. Dave McClurg, Tim's Upfer with the broadcast here on KXRA Radio and through your Voice of Alexandria app. Now a give off that may have been Boucher once again, and navigates forward for a couple of yards. And that will bring up 3rd down.
We're going to credit Jensen Martinson and Evan Zabel with that tackle.
Now we've got a stoppage here. It looks like one of Bemidji's linemen is going to be looked at here before play does continue on. Again, we wish to extend our appreciation to the Alexandria Cardinal Sports Boosters that help to bring you our play-by-play broadcast coverage of Alexandria Cardinal sports all throughout the 2024-25 school year. Next week, it should be an exciting week. We've got the Cardinal football game with Moorhead on Friday night. First ever Alexandria girls swimming and diving broadcast from St. Cloud Apollo on a Tuesday night. And then we have high school playoff soccer featuring the Alexandria Cardinal girls and boys soccer teams. Section 8 AA girls soccer quarterfinal will air on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And a Section 8 AA boys soccer quarterfinal will air on Thursday. We invite you to keep listening to KXRA Radio for additional schedule information. 3rd down and about 8. Here's a pitch. It goes back to DeGelder. DeGelder trying to get to the edge. He'll get up to near midfield. I don't think he got the first down, but he's probably within a yard, maybe 2, of moving the sticks.
Lawton Kettleson and Trey Peffer forcing him out.
Yeah, actually the forward progress was only to the 48-yard line. And I would presume Brian Stoffel would keep the Bemidji offense on the field here.
Doesn't appear to be the case.
Oh, no. Yeah, looks like the punting unit is actually going to come in. Of course, showing punt here.
Yeah, looks like the quarterback is the punter here.
And the line of scrimmage, the 48-yard line, if indeed Bemidji does not fake. And it's going to be a punt that's going to take a bounce, and this will actually bounce into the end zone. So for the punter for Bemidji, Taylor Schermerhorn, he actually gets a 52-yard punt. and that will bring his per punt average on the night to 40 yards. He had a 28-yarder earlier in tonight's game. Again, tomorrow, a couple of notable Alexandria Cardinal events going on in the community. At Arrowwood Resort, you'll have the Lions Cross Country Running Meet of Champions. First race will be the 6th grade race at 10:10 tomorrow morning. Please use the parking spaces at the Runestone Community Center and take advantage of the free shuttle bus service if you plan on going to cheer on the Alexandria Cross Country runners or runners from your favorite team tomorrow. Now the Alexandria Cardinals will work the ball. Brody Berg gets a touch here, working over the right guard, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. Alexandria's been doing a decent job running the football. They're up slightly over 100 yards rushing in tonight's game.
And Bemidji is switching their players around. They do have more guys loaded in the box now to stop the run.
Let's see if that might open up the passing game. And so far, the Cardinals will commit to the run on the second down play, and Berg did not have much room to run there. Third down will be forthcoming for Alexandria, and I think it'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
Well, based on the time and score, you want to run the football, but Bemidji's basically telling us they want us to throw it.
Well,
based on they're defending the run.
Chase Thompson might be licking his chops saying, challenge accepted.
Yeah, no, I think he'd be just fine with that.
Yeah. 2 receivers on each side for the Alexandria Cardinals. The Cards need to get the ball out to the 30-yard line. Good snap back to Thompson. He's got time to throw. Slings it. It's going to be caught, but short of the first down will be Samson Hagstrom. After receiving the ball, he turned upfield trying to get to the sticks, but I think he's about 2 yards short.
And the Cardinals will send the punt team out.
Yeah, this will be the first punt of the game for Daniel Jackson. And again, he'll be sending this ball into the wind here in the third quarter.
Which, in this direction, is difficult to field.
Line of scrimmage, the 28-yard line. Good snap back to Daniel. Gets a high kick, and this one's going to stay up in the air. Fair catch signal, I believe, was made, and it will be taken here at the 38-yard line by the return man. And that will put Bemidji with a first down at the 38-yard line. So that will be a 34-yard punt into the wind for Daniel Jackson. That's not a bad punt at all.
Oh, he had a nice high spiral there, and the fielder did do a nice job of calling the fair catch and hanging on to the ball. He started to lose it just a little bit, but he cradled it and got on top of it.
That Gunnar Gansky was the one who called for that fair catch. So Bemidji has the offense on the field. 35-0 Alexandria in front in the third quarter. And the Jacks will look to run the football here, and minimal gain there for Dawson DeGelder.
Looked like an inside counter that time, and Dean Lemka making the tackle.
I understand from Steve D that the YouTube connection is back and operational. Again, we thank you for your patience. If you want to check out our live video with the radio play-by-play, you can head to our website at voiceofalexandria.com. Thanks again to Steve D and to Charlie doing the work with the videography work. And it's been a little bit complicated tonight here at Chet Anderson Stadium. But again, we thank you, the viewer, for your patience. The quarterback, Owen Vandermeer, will call his own number here, and he'll pick up about 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd and 7 here for Bemidji. The Lumberjacks have not converted a third down tonight. 0 for 4 on third downs.
Jackson Werder and Brett Thornburg tacklers on that last play.
The Jacks with the ball just outside their own 40. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, we've got Bemidji wearing the dark jersey tops, navy blue and navy blue pants. And it looks like Brian Stoffel, the head coach of Bemidji, is going to take a timeout. And we're going to take a 30-second break of our own. 5 minutes and 43 seconds remain in period 3. The numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard read Alexandria 35, Bemidji no score.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Again, we extend our appreciation to all of the Alexandria Cardinal sports boosters helping to bring you our broadcast tonight. North Star North District football, the 10th ranked team in Class 5A, Bemidji, hosting the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A, the Alexandria Cardinals. Right now, Alexandria is up 35-0, a little more than midway through the third quarter. It is a 3rd down and 7 for Bemidji. They now have 2 receivers in the game to the right side. Vandermeer will have the quick pitch, and it almost got intercepted. Did it? Yeah, I think it did get intercepted.
Did.
Oh, my goodness. A rolling grab there. Was that Kettleson who rolled underneath and picked it off?
I thought it might have been Talon Witt, but
Yeah, it seems like Lawton Kettleson's coming over, doing some chest bumping.
Okay.
With the teammates. I guess we're going to credit Kettleson with the INT. And he made a sliding interception, and Alexandria forces Bemidji into its 4th turnover tonight. So the Alexandria Cardinals will get the ball back now in Bemidji territory at the 48-yard line. Alexandria has been blessed with some good field position because of these defensive recoveries. This will be the 4th time in a total of 8 series that the Cardinals have started a possession at midfield or in Bemidji territory. Thompson going for the home run, and Mason Gorkuber fell inside the 25-yard line. He was turning around to look back to receive the ball, and it falls incomplete.
I think there was just a little miscommunication. He kind of did one route and then turned it downfield, and the ball was actually behind him. Maybe it was kind of intended to be a back shoulder throw. I'm not sure.
So that brings up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. I think we have Samson Hegstrom and Mason Witt lining up as receivers to the left. Mason Gorghuber and Thomas Hinrichs lining up wide to the right. Lucas Fernholtz now in the backfield, joined by quarterback Chase Thompson. Fernholtz looking to block. It's actually a screen, and Fernholtz gets it. Now breaks a tackle, and he'll have enough, I believe, for a 1st down. So you talked about that in the first half, Tim, about maybe Alexandria showing an opportunity for a screen, and there it worked.
Yeah, Joe Martinson and Dylan Gray were blockers out in front for Fernholtz that time, and he did get the 1st down.
So a gain of 11, and Alexandria has the 1st down. The Cardinals 13th in tonight's game. Alexandria in front 35-0. Our scoreboard updates being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank.
We did bring Behrens in as a tight end again.
Now here's the snap. Handoff goes to Fernholtz, and he'll bust over the right side and then turn his back toward the opposing team's end zone, and that may have helped him get a couple more yards. It should be a gain of about 4 on the play.
Those watching on live stream, Behrens is number 51, and he lines up as a tight end. I think he has to come. He's got the number 51, and should be an eligible receiver, so I don't know. They must have to report in high school, too, like they do in the pros.
Yeah. Now Brody Berg is in as the running back for the Cardinals on this 2nd down and 6 play. And here's the handoff. Berg kind of twists and turns. I think he initially was looking to flow to the right and then kind of turned around and wanted to go left. And then he got hemmed in, and it ends up being no gain on the play. In fact, I believe it's going to be a loss of a yard.
Cardinals will bring in 4 receivers now, and they also brought in Fernholz back into the backfield for Berg.
So third down forthcoming. Alexandria is 1 for 4 on third down in tonight's game. Cardinals up 35-0 as we move to the late stages of the third quarter. Alexandria making a bid to start the season 6-0. Good snap back to Thompson. Now he's pressured. Gets the ball away. Samson Hegstrom makes the catch. Kind of curling toward the middle of the field there, and Hegstrom got it, and it's going to be enough for an Alexandria first down as Hegstrom will carry the football down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Hegstrom and Chase Thompson on the same page there. He kind of curled right back towards the ball as it was in the air.
So Alexandria does move the chains and will be able to run some more time off the clock. When the ball gets snapped, we'll be down to around 3 minutes remaining in the third. Alexandria comfortably in front at 35-0. Here's Mason Witt spreading out wide to the right. Fernholz in the backfield now. Thompson rolls to his right, looks downfield, still has it. He's going to run with it, and he'll advance out of bounds. Getting into the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling. A short pickup there of about 3 for Chase Thompson.
Yeah, Bemidji did a nice job of covering the receivers. We had a couple of them in the end zone, but good coverage there. And Chase wisely took the yardage and will play second down.
Yep, second down and 7 yards to go. The ball at the 18-yard line. Cardinals flowing left to right as you watch on YouTube here in period 3. The wind is blowing off of the lake, so the Cardinals are navigating into the wind in this third period. Here is a little bit of maybe a busted play there. I don't know if there was a near bad exchange, but Thompson ended up holding onto the football himself, and he will end up taking a loss on the play.
Well, I think that was intended to be our inside zone read there, and Bemidji had both our running back and quarterback covered on that option.
So now it's going to be third down coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. One thing about, when you get tackled on a running play and it's in the field of play, the clock continues to move. Trips to the right side now for Alexandria. Hegstrom, the lone receiver, to the left. Thompson will roll to his right. Look downfield, throw downfield, and it's incomplete. There, I think it was Mason Witt, the intended receiver, down around the 5-yard line. There was some good coverage by the Bemidji secondary there.
And with that previous first down we made, we're in Daniel Jackson field goal range.
Yep, so he'll come on, even though he'll be sending the ball into the wind. This will be a field goal attempt of about 39 yards. Ball placed on the right hash mark. This to try to give Alexandria a 38-point lead. Snap a little bit high. Kick is down. It is up, and I believe it floated wide to the left. No good. So the Cardinals' Daniel Jackson, he's been perfect on his extra points tonight, but he has missed on his 2 field goal attempts. Missed from 57 yards in the first half, and now misses from 39 yards out. And Bemidji will take over the football at the Lumberjacks' 20-yard line. Alexandria still with a 35-0 lead. Our scoreboard updates being brought to you this evening by Glenwood State Bank. We've got Tom Chorley as our KXRA radio studio engineer back at Master Control in downtown Alexandria. Tim Zuffer and yours truly, Dave McClurg, with the broadcast. Steve D and Charlie assisting on the videography work for our YouTube production, where you get the live videos with the real-time KXRA play-by-play. Here is a give to the running back. I believe that was Ephraim Boucher getting the carry, and he picked up close to 8 yards.
Aiden Schneiderhan with the tackle.
Second down and a couple for Bemidji. The Lumberjacks did move the football some on Alexandria in the first half. The first full series for Bemidji in this game ended up being a turnover on downs after the Jacks picked up, I believe, 3 first downs on the play. Now I believe we're going to have Owen Fraser getting the carry here. lining up under center there, and he'll move the ball past the sticks. It'll be a first down for Bemidji.
Dean Lemke with the tackle.
So Fraser now with 8 rushes, approaching 40 yards on the ground. That's the first half for Bemidji in this half. First down, I should say, for the Bemidji Lumberjacks in this half. Now 8 for the game. And I think we've got Fraser under center once again. It's a give off to a different ball carrier here. And pickup of about 7 yards there. That was Boucher getting the carry.
Talon Witt with a tackle, but I thought I saw, there's a flag on the field.
So,
holding.
Yep, this will not count. It's going to be a holding penalty on Bemidji. 6th infraction of the night against the Lumberjacks. It will be 10 yards from where the hold took place. And that will move the ball back to the 22-yard line.
Hold was pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, so second down and long now for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. And now I think they need to change the down marker here. And I'm sorry, it's a repeat of the first down, not a repeat of the second down. So first down and long for Bemidji. And now give off here, and there's Boucher getting into some open space, and he got a lot of that yardage back. He was going to get 8 on the last carry, and that got wiped out by holding, and I think he picked up about 18 or 19 yards here.
Aiden Schneiderhan with the tackle. Let's see if the Jacks are going to get this play off before the quarter ends. It doesn't look like it.
Nope, and we will head to period number 4, and the Alexandria Cardinals have control of the game at the moment, but there's still 12 minutes to go, and the 4th period will begin with the mercy rule in effect. Through 3 periods on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in North Star North District football, as we get set for a 1-minute timeout, the Alexandria Cardinals lead at Bemidji 35-0.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over. You'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
The 4th quarter, the Alexandria Cardinals have a 35-0 lead, and Bemidji has 2nd and 1, and Owen Fraser will get the first down, and he'll get a little bit more as he's going to move the ball up to midfield on a pickup of 9.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend. Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. A-Guard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
Garden Center features 34 lanes of bowling fun. Whether you're an avid bowler or just looking for a fun outing, add Garden Center lanes to your calendar and make it a fun date.
Feel confident. Feel inspired. Embrace your unique beauty at 6th and Broadway Clothing. From expertly curated collections to personalized styling and color analysis services, you can embrace style as beautiful as you.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
North Central International, heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
And now here is a quarterback keeper, and the quarterback Vandermeer gets yardage and spins and gets dropped at about the 31-yard line.
And that was Mason Witt, Talon Witt in on that tackle.
All right, Mason Witt and Talon Witt, cousins. So football teammates in the fall season, basketball teammates in the winter time. 3rd down and a couple of yards to go for Bemidji. Here's a pitch, and Fraser cuts to the left. He's got the first down. Now down the sideline, and he'll be escorted out of bounds around the 15-yard line. So that's a healthy gain on the 3rd down carry of about 16 yards.
Kyan Kramer making the tackle.
And Bemidji now 2 for 2 on 3rd down attempts here in this 4th period of play. But again, the clock continuing to move with Alexandria up 35-0. Cardinals in great shape to head into the North Star North District finale at home with Moorhead next week at 6-0 on the year. Moorhead matching up against Sartell tonight in a North Star North District game. Dawson DeGelder gets the pitch here, works his way to the outside, and will navigate for about 4 yards there.
I believe that was Brett Meyer in on the tackle.
Yep, the line of scrimmage will be the 12-yard line. Again, I think about the only drama now is can Bemidji get some points on the board here in the 4th period? Lumberjacks had a couple of really high-scoring games as of late. 55 in the win against Tech 2 weeks ago, 35 in the win against Sartell last week. Here's an inside handoff, and the Lumberjacks ball carrier will move the ball inside the 10-yard line. I think that was Ephraim Boucher. So
I think Spencer Kleindl was in on that tackle.
3rd down and a couple of yards to go here for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. The Jacks have the ball in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling. Now the quarterback Vandermeer looks back at the Bemidji sideline, He works under center here. Hand off to Boucher. Up to the end zone, and he will score. Touchdown! Ephraim Boucher is into the end zone from 7 yards out, and Bemidji has points here in the fourth period. The score, I believe, came with 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the, at 5:58 to go in the fourth quarter. So Bemidji is on the board, and the Jacks will not be shut out on their home turf tonight. And now the point after touchdown kick will be on the way. Spencer Briggs will try to put the ball through, and the kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 5:58 remains in this one. New numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity football. Alexandria leads at Bemidji 35-7.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing.
America's best checking for students. Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
The Bemidji Lumberjacks football team puts together its most successful series of the night. 13 plays, 80 yards. Ephraim Boucher capped off the drive with a 7-yard touchdown run, and the PAT kick by Spencer Briggs is good. And Bemidji has averted the shutout. It's now 35-7 for Alexandria. And now Briggs, actually it's not Briggs, but rather another player that will kick it deep for Bemidji, and the ball will go out of bounds. Cardinals could either A, force a re-kick, or take the ball and put it in play upfield.
At the 35.
Yeah. So the kicker for the Bemidji Lumberjacks there was not able to keep the kick in play. So the penalty will be called on Bemidji, but declined. And Alexandria will take over at its own 35-yard line.
Cardinals had their hands team out there anticipating a potential onside kick, but they kicked it deep.
And we do have some new faces into the game. Talon Witt is going to take over at quarterback now for the Alexandria Cardinals. Still have a number of the starting receivers in the game here. I believe an H-back and a running back in the game right now for Alexandria, and it's going to be a handoff and short gain here for Brody Berg. And he'll actually be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, Bemidji really selling out on the run, and, Cardinals doing the sportsmanlike thing, running the ball right now. Plus they want, the clock runs anyway, but
yeah, and 35-7 Alexandria in front. We're a little more than midway through the fourth quarter now. Here's a handoff, and protecting the ball is the Alexandria ball carrier, and I think that was Brody Berg once again, and he'll advance it out to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, offensive line had a little better push that time. Positive yardage there, about 4 or 5 yards on that carry.
The Cards are 2 for 6 on third down attempts in tonight's game. Alexandria up by 4 scores as the Cardinals are on their way to going to 6-0 on the year. Talon Witt now in at quarterback. I think he's got Brody Berg now standing off to his left. And here is the handoff, and Berg got met almost right away, and good one-on-one tackle there for the Bemidji Lumberjacks, and that will be a 3 and out. I think Colton Meyer in on that stop for Bemidji. So 4th down coming up, and Alexandria will give up the football. So I guess the good thing here, Tim, the Cardinals milked a little bit of clock there.
Yep.
And now Daniel Jackson in to try his second punt of the night. This one with wind at the back. The ball doesn't stay up in the air, but it's going to take a favorable bounce, and it will be downed inside the 30-yard line. So a good punt for Daniel Jackson. Let's take our final 30-second break during play-by-play right here. Late fourth quarter in North Star North District football. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has Alexandria leading at Bemidji 35-7.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
At Erickson's, we're your go-to experts for your furnace, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. We have prompt and courteous service because your comfort is our commitment.
Erickson's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
As we come back to the live action on KXRA Radio and on YouTube, Dawson DeGelder gets the carry for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Angles to the right, and he'll pick up about 6 yards.
Lawton Kettleson making the open field tackle there.
You are dialed into People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We have the live audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And thanks for joining us for the video presentation on our YouTube channel. That's where you get the live streaming with the KXRA Radio play-by-play. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Tim Zuffer is my broadcast partner. We've got Steve D and Charlie doing the videography work tonight, and Tom Chorley is our KXRA Radio studio engineer. Gain of 6 for Boucher, and it's a Bemidji Lumberjacks first down.
Kyan Kramer in on that tackle, along with a couple of teammates.
Bemidji still with its starting offensive unit in the game. Here's a pitch to DeGelder trying to get to the outside, and he's got some room to run down the sideline. Midfield stays in bounds and will be wrapped up around the 35-yard line, so that's going to flip a little bit of field here in favor of Bemidji. And the Cardinals, to their credit, have done a decent job at containing the explosive plays tonight, but that one ends up being a healthy gain, a little more than 30 for Dawson DeGelder, senior running back.
Kevin Sayer was the tackler.
So it'll be a first down for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Now at the Alexandria.
They called a face mask.
Okay, so additional yardage tacked on. Penalty for a face mask, 15-yard walk-off on Alexandria. And now the Jacks are...
It was a horse collar.
Oh, okay, so not a face mask, but horse collar tackle there. And Bemidji's at the edge of the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the game. It's the Alexandria Cardinals 35, the Bemidji Lumberjacks 7. And here's it's Boucher getting the carry here. And he bounced off some would-be tacklers and ends up picking up close to 8 yards there. And he's now approaching 70 yards rushing. Dawson DeGelder, I believe, is up over 70 yards rushing in tonight's game.
Kyle Blankenship with the tackle.
Alexandria will go to 6-0 on the year, entering the district finale next Friday night when Moorhead will visit Alexandria for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Here is Owen Vandermeer handing off, and nope, the ball's on the turf. I thought it was handed off to Boucher, and then it was on the field turf, and Vandermeer actually recovered at the 18-yard line, and when he did, his knee was on the turf, so it will actually be a loss of 6 yards on the play. So that will bring up third down and about 8 now for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Down to about 80 seconds to go in this football game. Bemidji did score earlier in the period to break up Alexandria's shutout bid. The Cardinals do have one shutout to their credit. That was in week 3 at St. Cloud Tech. Now here is a give off, and there is Fraser, and he's going to find the end zone with just over a minute to go. That will be a 17-yard touchdown run for Owen Fraser. And Bemidji has its second score, both coming here in the fourth period. And so, though the Lumberjacks have been down by a sizable amount in tonight's game, I think if there's any consolation for Brian Stoffel and his staff, they did not quit. They got into the hole early, but they have continued to play deep into this football game. And now the point after touchdown kick is no good as Spencer Briggs pushed the kick to the left. So with 1:02 remaining in the game, we have new numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. They now read Alexandria 35, Bemidji 13. Again, we thank all of the Alexandria Cardinal Sports Boosters involved in bringing you our play-by-play tonight. We've got our Juttner Motors post-game report coming up in just a few minutes. We'll have a score recap, how Alexandria was able to fashion together what will end up being victory number 6 on the year. And we'll go inside the numbers and check out some stats. We'll make an announcement of our quality Toyota Cardinal offensive and defensive players of tonight's game. We'll be consulting with Alexandria's assistant coaches, Jordan Scherber and Russ Henricks, as we get into our post-game report coming up. And now we're going to have another kick. It gets angled to the far side, and it's going to bounce on the turf, and it's going to be in play. And now here is, I think that's Dane Olson getting to the outside, and Olson will advance the ball out past the 25-yard line. That was a smart play because Dane Olson, I think, initially was by the ball, and it just kind of died on the field turf. It took a side bounce, and it's a live ball at that point. So if you're Alexandria, you got to pick the ball up.
Yeah, he definitely had to pick it up. He could have chose to fall on it or whatnot, but had a nice return around the left side.
Yeah, ends up picking up about 10 yards or so on that kickoff return. So the Cardinals, again, bringing in different people now. I think Connor Anderson in, Miles Gray into the game here. Talon Witt at quarterback here for Alexandria. And here's a handoff and some yardage picked up here by Brody Berg, advancing forward for about 5 yards. And I think Alexandria will only need to run one more play after this to get the clock down to 000.
Yep.
So Bemidji will suffer a defeat to go to 4-2 on the season. It will be a 2-2 record in the North Star North, entering their district finale with Brainerd 1 week from tonight. Alexandria will have Moorhead coming to town next week. And now a handoff here, and it's going to be a gain, I believe, enough for an Alexandria first down. And that will be Brody Berg once again, and that should be the last play that the Cardinals have to run, as neither team has any urgency whatsoever to stop the clock. So this one is in the books as an Alexandria Cardinal win on the road. A top 10 matchup goes to the visitors as the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A dispatches the number 10 ranked team in Class 5A. The Cardinals did all the scoring in the first 3 quarters, and that was more than sufficient in Alexandria's 35-13 victory over the host Bemidji Lumberjacks. Alexandria now 4-0 in the North Star North, 6-0 overall. Bemidji with the defeat, 4-2 on the season, including a 2-2 record in the North Star North District. That will do it for our play-by-play, but we are just moments away from getting rolling with our post-game report. I believe it's going to be a 3-minute break, as we'll hear a few words from our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Boosters. Then on to the Juttner Motors post-game show. That is next.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Cenex Midtown Express has fresh made pizza, lunch and breakfast sandwiches, and broaster chicken, live bait, propane, and diesel fuel. Cenex Garfield has groceries, bait, and tackle, and made to order pizza. Cenex Midtown Express, Alexandria, and Cenex Garfield.
A successful win isn't about the score, it's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing.
America's best checking for students. Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Garden Center features 34 lanes of bowling fun. Whether you're an avid bowler or just looking for a fun outing, add Garden Center lanes to your calendar and make it a fun date.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
For the 6th time in as many games, the Alexandria Cardinal football team is into the win column, now 6-0 on the year after Alexandria gains the victory at Bemidji 35-13. From Chet Anderson Stadium on the Bemidji State University campus, along with my broadcast partner, Tim Zupfer, I am Dave McClurg, welcoming you to our Juttner Motors post-game report. And Tim, a long trip for Alexandria. I know we've discussed previous visits here. We've had some games that have been cliffhangers that aren't decided until very late. We've had comebacks on the opposition and all sorts of stuff. Well, it was nice that Alexandria could build a working margin in that first half of play and not really seriously be challenged by Bemidji in the second half.
Yeah, the Cardinals, scored right away on their first possession and then had the key turnover game, and we've got that 14-0 lead, and very, very dominating first half for the Cardinals, much of the third quarter, and by then we had 35 point lead on the board, and at the end Bemidji was able to move the ball and eat up some of the clock, especially with the running time. But the Cardinals never really in doubt after the first couple series.
I think one of the big pluses that you can take out of this game if you're the Alexandria Cardinals is getting some takeaways. And, for all the great things that this team has accomplished so far in 2024, one thing they did not do a whole lot of in the first 5 weeks is get turnovers off the opposition. Well, after only getting 2 combined off the first 5 opponents, Alexandria goes +4. And what's really intriguing is that 2 of those recoveries were in kickoff return situations.
Yeah, one of them was muff, and I credit part of that to the win, but our coverage team, and that was actually the first kickoff they've covered the entire season. every other kickoff has been a touchback. And so on their very first one, they get the muff and recover it, and then they have another situation in the second half where we make a nice tackle by our special teams player on the kickoff team that forced that fumble, and then we had a nice interception by one of our defensive backs. So yeah, the turnovers always play a significant part of the game, and Coach Empting talks about that, and I know he'll be much happier with the 4 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, and one of the benefits of getting those 4 defensive recoveries is Alexandria was blessed with some short fields. I think after that muffed kickoff in the opening period, Alexandria took over on Bemidji's 20, scored 3 plays later. And then to start the second half, Bemidji turned the football over on that kickoff, and the Cardinals took over at the 19. 3 plays later, Alexandria had points. So, Alexandria is a tough football team to beat. Even if you force the Cardinals to go 70, 75, 80 yards. But in tonight's game, Alexandria had 10 total series on the night, including the last one to run the game out. That is concluded. That would be the 10th series of the game. And 4 times out of those 10, Alexandria started either at midfield or in Bemidji territory. And, that's asking Bemidji's defense to probably perform above their heads a little bit, because on those short fields, Alexandria was able to put points on the board.
Yeah, and counter that, Bemidji, their 8 possessions, 5 of them start at their 20, 1 at their 25, and then their best field position was starting at the 38 and the 41. So, the Cardinals, with the positive field position, and Bemidji with the long field all night.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks' best start to a drive was actually at their own 41-yard line in the third quarter of play, and Bemidji was able to do nothing with that field position. Alexandria gets the victory, 35-13. The Cardinals were up 14-0 after one quarter, 28-0 at the half. It was 35-zip Alexandria after 3, and then Bemidji gets all the scoring in the final period, and Alexandria wins by 22 tonight, 35-13. This is the post-game report brought to you by Juttner Motors in Alexandria. We'll take a break, and then we'll go inside the numbers and check out our post-game statistical numbers after these words on KXRA and through your YouTube channel.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Feel confident. Feel inspired. Embrace your unique beauty at 6th and Broadway Clothing. From expertly curated collections to personalized styling and color analysis services, you can embrace style as beautiful as you.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
At Chet Anderson Stadium on the campus of Bemidji State University. The Alexandria Cardinals get the victory by a final score of 35-13. Alexandria getting all the points in the first half, building a 28-0 lead at the break. Chase Thompson fired 3 touchdown passes in the opening half. One went to Mason Gorghuber, covering 64 yards in the second minute of the game. Basically, 86 seconds, or actually, 86 seconds in. We had 10:34 to go in the opening period, and the Cardinals already had points. Daniel Jackson's extra point made it 7-0. Jackson would actually go 5 for 5 on his PATs tonight. Mac Height was able to score on a short touchdown run from 2 yards out early in the game, and it was 14-0. Now there, the Cardinals scored 2 touchdowns around a muffed Bemidji kickoff return. So before Bemidji's offense ran a snap, Alexandria had a 14-0 lead. And the Cardinals never yielded that double-digit lead the rest of the night. Thompson threw 2 touchdown passes in the second period. One went to Gorghuber, covering 28 yards. And then on the final offensive play for the Cardinals in the half with 1 second to go, Thompson was able to find Thomas Hinrichs in the back of the end zone. That would be a 26-yard scoring pass, and Alexandria was up 28-0 at the break. The Cardinals pounced on a Bemidji turnover early in the third quarter, added a 3-yard, or actually it was a 7-yard touchdown run for Mac Height, and a minute 17 into the second half, the Cardinals were up 35-0. Alexandria did not do a whole lot on offense after that. The Cardinals had 3 possessions that followed, 2 punts and a missed field goal from 39 yards out, kept Alexandria at 35 for the game. Bemidji would score in the fourth period, getting the first drive when the mercy rule was in effect, and it was in effect for about 6 minutes or so, as Ephraim Boucher was able to score on a 7-yard touchdown run. That came with 5:58 to go in the game, and the extra point kick was good by Spencer Briggs. And then with just over a minute to go, the Lumberjacks were able to drive down the field. They put together a 6-play, 80-yard drive assisted by a 15-yard defensive penalty. And Owen Fraser was able to score from 17 yards out, and the kick there was no good. So that makes it 35-13, and that would be the final score in the game. I'll go through some offensive numbers momentarily, but Tim, I'll turn it over to you for the defensive stats and time of possession info.
Yeah, defensively, my 2 unofficial tackle leaders with 6 tackles each, Dean Lemke and Lawton Kettleson. Also had Talon Witt with 5 tackles. Our defensive linemen, Blake Scholl with 4, Evan Zabel with 4, Kyan Kramer with 3, Jensen Martinson with 3, Jackson Werder with 1, and Spencer Kleindl with 1. In our linebacking core, 4 tackles for Brett Thornburg, 3 for Aiden Schneiderhan, 3 for Trey Peffer, 1 for Sam Anderson, 2 for Brett Meyer, 1 for Gavin Sayer, and 1 for Kyle Blankenship. And then in our secondary, Dane Olson with 3 and Talon Witt with 5. And time of possession, Bemidji ended up winning that battle largely with a 7-minute touchdown drive. starting late in the third quarter and going halfway through the fourth quarter. They had a 7-minute drive there. So for the second half, they had about 13 minutes of possession to the Cardinals, just a little over 10. And for the game, I had 26 minutes of possession for Bemidji and just over 21 minutes for the Cardinals.
Checking out some of the offensive numbers. First of all, total plays run in tonight's game. Alexandria would run 40. Bemidji would end up running 49. Total first downs in the game, that ended up even at 15 at the end of the night. Bemidji got 12 of its first downs, actually 13 first downs rushing, 1 passing and 1 by defensive penalty. Alexandria's 15 first downs, about a 50-50 split. 7 of those first downs were rushing and 8 through the air. So a good sign, because when you're getting some rushing first downs, that means you're showing the ability to run the football. Total offense on the night, unofficially, Alexandria with 350 yards, Bemidji with 285. Alexandria had a big edge in yards gained in the first half. Bemidji leveled that off somewhat in the second half, but still the Cardinals won in the total yards, 350 to 285 unofficially. Turnovers in the game, Alexandria, none. So the only turnover that the Cardinals have had in 6 games so far was at St. Cloud Tech in the red zone in the first quarter of that game that the Cardinals would go on to win 63-0. Bemidji, meanwhile, turned the ball over 4 times, twice on offense, and then a couple of times on special teams. So the Cardinals +4 in the turnover comparison tonight. Individually for Alexandria, quarterback Chase Thompson, 10 of 15 for 219 yards, no interceptions and 3 touchdowns. Mason Gorghuber caught 3 passes for 117 yards, all in the first half, and he had 2 scores. Thomas Hinrichs had only 1 reception, and that was for a 26-yard touchdown in the first half. 3 catches for Samson Hegstrom for 37 yards, 2 receptions for Mason Witt for 28 yards, and 1 catch for running back Lucas Fernholtz for 11 yards. Mac Height led the Cardinals' ground game tonight. 13 rushes for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. He would average more than 7 yards tonight's game. Brody Berg got some touches in the fourth quarter, finishing with 20 yards rushing and 9 carries. And then the numbers dropped off from there. 2 punts for Daniel Jackson. He averaged 38.5 on the night. The Cardinals did commit 6 penalties, which were accepted by Bemidji for a loss of 40 yards. Third down and fourth down efficiency, the Cardinals were 1 for 1 on fourth down, only 2 for 7 on third down in tonight's game, but still that did not bog Alexandria down. The Cardinals offensively played turnover-free football and ended up winning the game by 22. Bemidji got most of its yardage on the ground. The Jacks would run the ball 46 times on the night, unofficially netting 264 yards. Ephraim Boucher, 16 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Owen Fraser, 12 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. And then Dawson DeGelder had 77 yards rushing on 9 carries tonight. Quarterback Owen Vandermeer ended up with 9 carries for 18 yards. Vandermeer attempted 3 passes. He completed just 1. That was to Fraser in the first half for 22 yards. And then one of his passes was caught by an Alexandria defender, and that was Lawton Kettleson, who made a nice sliding interception in the second half of tonight's game. Bemidji again with the 4 turnovers on the night. The Lumberjacks committed 7 penalties, 6 of which were accepted by Alexandria for a loss of 37 yards. Third down efficiency for Bemidji, 3 of 9, and the Lumberjacks were 0 for 1 on, or actually 1 for 2 on fourth downs in tonight's game. So Alexandria gets the victory by 22 points. Time to make mention of our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete players of tonight's game. After consulting with assistant coaches Jordan Scherber and Russ Hinrichs, we make the announcement of the quality Toyota players of the game. 1 on the offensive side of the ball and 1 on the defensive side of the ball. And as we were doing the play-by-play of the second half, Tim, I think you made reference about our offensive player of the game toting the football with a lot of energy tonight, almost like he was passionate about getting good yardage on the ground. And hats off to Mac Height, our offensive player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really ran the football hard, and credit our linemen. They were able to get him out into open space, and once he did, he was very tough to bring down, not only because he's got some speed and he's shifty, but he was running through some tacklers and as you mentioned a number of times, the yards after the contact.
Yeah, he did pick up quite a bit of yak yardage in tonight's game, getting extra yardage after the first contact by a Bemidji player. So Mac Height is our selection as the offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game, again, I think there are a number of very viable candidates, but there was one person I was kind of speculating on, and I'm glad that coaches Henricks and Scherber agreed. Lawton Kettleson is the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, Lawton plays cornerback, but, kind of a different role when you're playing against the Bemidji's offense where they've got all 11 guys closely packed to the line of scrimmage and running that offensive game. I mean, there's only a handful of plays where he's actually covering anybody that's going out for a pass. He ends up being more of a strong safety and in a big part of the running game, and he was one of our tackle leaders that I had in my unofficial stats, and plus the one of the times that Bemidji did throw the ball, he was the one that came up with the interception as well.
So congratulations to Lawton Kettleson, our quality Toyota Cardinal player of the game on the defensive side of the ball, and Mac Height is the offensive player of the game. Alexandria now 6-0 on the year, 4-0 in the North Star North District, and it's back home next week. The final Friday of the regular season will feature what could very well be a matchup between the two top-ranked teams in Class 5A football, Moorhead and Alexandria. And a district championship will be on the line. And, Tim, I would reckon that a number one seed for the upcoming Section 8 tournament will be on the line. I think the winner of next Friday night's game will secure that top seed.
I'm certain of that.
So, Moorhead, obviously, they've got a great quarterback, a young quarterback. Trey Feeney's younger brother, Jet, is now guiding the Moorhead offense. And then you've got a young fella that will be playing basketball on the next level at Clemson University in South Carolina. But Chase Thompson isn't ready for his high school football career to be done. It could be one of those games where the scoreboard will get a workout.
Certainly, based on the scores the teams have had in their first 5 games and Cardinals 6. We haven't seen the Moorhead score yet, but I fully these two teams have been putting up 50-plus points in many of their games, and it may come down to which defense can get the job done.
Yeah, and maybe which team can win the turnover battle too, assuming we have turnovers. But we've now had 3 games out of 6 where we've had turnovers, and again, it's kind of mind-blowing that 3 of the 6 games that the Cardinals have played, they haven't gotten a turnover, but they haven't turned the ball over. And for Alexandria now, that's 5 games out of 6 playing turnover-free football.
Well, that's something the coaching staff certainly, they focus on, and the players have focused on that. So that's always going to be a key, and especially we've been blessed with some really nice weather. But if you get some of the games where with the little cooler temperatures, and if there's any moisture, then that becomes even